Guys, what was it like getting over that brutal first game? Chris mentioned you guys had a meeting on Sunday. What all happened there?
Um, we just had a bad performance to open up the season, and that showed. We lost. So we came together Sunday, you know, looked each other in the eyes and said, this can't happen. We got to be better moving forward, and I think today that showed.
Yeah, I mean, Anthony pretty much summarized it, but yeah, that first game was just, it wasn't our team. Sometimes you come out and it's just, we were flat. There wasn't a ton of energy. Sunday we said it can't happen again. We just talked about it. It's just one game. So it's not the end of the season. It's not the end of the world. And I think we really bounced back tonight.
Ryan, what would you say was the strong point of your game tonight?
I think it was just going up strong in the paint. A lot of my buckets weren't, created by myself. There was a lot of buckets like Anthony and Pat Spencer getting in the lane and dishing it to me. And I think it was just getting the ball underneath the hoop and being strong with it and going up strong. But yeah, I can't give enough credit to my teammates for penetrating their zone in the second half and dishing it off to me. Like I said, a lot of my buckets weren't created by myself. There was a ton of guys finding me open underneath the hoop.
Anthony, you didn't have much of an offensive impact on that Merrimack game with the foul trouble and not getting many looks, and sort of looked rejuvenated back to your old self today. Do you think that's part of what you're talking about in terms of the motivation with the team? What do you think prompted you to kind of have such a good game today?
Yeah, like you said, I didn't play like I needed to be or the way the team needed me to be against Merrimack. This year I taken that role of Vic leaving, Ryan Taylor leaving, our older veteran scorers. I have to step up, and I didn't do that against Merrimack, but I want to make sure moving forward that I was able to do that. So tonight I was a lot more aggressive. My teammates found me when I was open, and I was able to make my shots.
So Ryan, Coach talked a bit about how you worked last year with Barrett and with DP to, I guess, build up your game. How did it feel to see the fruits of your labor really shine tonight?
It was awesome. It felt really good. I was proud to be out there working hard, but yeah, I can't attest enough to how Derek and Barrett both last year helped me on and off the court. Coming in, I was 20 pounds lighter than I am today. And you can ask AG. I was lighter. I was a real raw big man coming out of high school, and they were both just guys that helped me in every way, on the court, off the court, and I can't give enough credit to them and praise them and thank them enough for what they've done for me.
I was going to kind of ask the same question about Derek Pardon. Coach said you got your head kicked in last, spent the whole year getting your head kicked in. So what did you take from Derek last year, and what do you think you improved the most from last year to this year?
The most is probably working hard and being physical. If you watch Derek play, one of the things he's best at is he's always working. He doesn't take any plays off. And so watching a player like that play and playing a player like that against him in practice every day, you can't take any minutes off. And, playing in high school, that was something that you could do half the game if you wanted to. So that was a real wake-up call for me. And seeing him play like that, and it was eye-opening, and it was something that I, could strive to be myself. So yeah, like you said, I can't give him enough credit for just being the workhorse that he is. And everybody, including myself, not just myself, everybody on the team feeds off of that kind of stuff. So it was huge for everybody, and it was absolutely huge for me, as he was beating me up last year in practice, but it was the best thing that could have happened to me.
In the second half when they were going on that run, what were you saying to both of you? What were you saying to other guys in the huddle to try to end that run and get momentum back on your side?
Just stay confident. We knew that they were going to go on runs. It happened a couple times back and forth. But just to stay positive and stay locked in. When teams go on runs, it's easy for teams to fall apart. But we made sure we communicated on the defensive end, and continue to stay locked in. And for Ryan and for our big guys, it was huge. Rebounding, obviously, as you can see, down the end of the stretch, that was huge for us. And I think, because of that was the reason we won this game.
It's for both of you. As a team, it was obviously a huge win, but you guys still had a lot of miscues, a lot of offensive rebounds given up, a lot of turnovers. How do you guys kind of harp on the positives from this game while also realizing that you guys have definitely you guys can improve and you probably didn't play your best tonight as a team?
I think we could look at this because obviously people didn't believe we could win this game, but we believe we can win this game. And it gives us confidence moving forward. We know what type of team we can be, and we can also learn from this. The things we didn't do well, we can improve on that. So every game is like that. You find out what you're good at and what you're not, and then you make improvements to be better moving forward.
Yeah, to touch on that, that was a point that was brought up during halftime. Is like we were going in the half up 9 or 10, and we played pretty well, but it was by no means a perfect half on our end, offensively or defensively. There was a lot of mistakes made, and I think it was like energy and positivity that helped us through there. And like you said, the zone, I think it flustered them, but there was a ton of offensive rebounds. They were getting to the paint at will, so there's a lot that we can learn, a lot that we can get better at, especially defensively.
Anthony, what do you think the reason was you guys were able to get the baskets you needed down the stretch?
I think once they started pressuring us, when we were able to get past the pressure, past guys, it opened up driving lanes. And like Ryan said, when we got those opportunities, we were able to dish it, hit our guys in the low post, and they were able to go up and finish. And because of that, yeah.